Hi, and welcome to the Never Cast Off podcast. My name is Debbie. I'm known as Deb's Destiny on Ravelry and Instagram, and Never Cast Off on YouTube. And this is my friend Sheila.
Blue Yarn always on Ravelry and Instagram, and Thank God for Bags on Etsy. And this is February the 10th.
Oh, you thought about the date. Look at how she's got her act together today.
I got it written down.
Yeah, she's like, so what do you got? I pull out a folder, and she's like, oh, you got your act together. I'm like, oh, no. Yeah, maybe one day.
I was impressed. She had a folder that wrote and had podcasts written on it. I'm like, wow, you're like really.
Oops. Podcast notes.
That's good though. You made it good
because then everything I'll just put stuff in there, and then I'll have like
for the week.
You know the concept. I'll have my act together, in concept, and
that's right. You're trying.
Yes,
that's a good effort.
Okay,
like
so
your cat. That's cute.
Okay, so I've been bringing my own teacup. I don't know. I have no idea.
I have teacups.
She has teacups, and they're nice. So I brought mine. It says meow.
And then if you tilt it, it says bottoms up. That's cute.
Bottoms up. So.
And you have your favorite teas. So.
Yes, Earl Grey.
Earl Grey, because it's cold here.
Yes, and yeah, I just wanted some tea.
That's all right.
Okay, so we are going to do one of the draws. Or we actually...
Well, she already did the random number generator for 2 contests.
Yes,
that you had running.
We just didn't want to bother or take time to do that.
Well, she's already got everything printed out for who posted.
Okay, so...
Your December giveaway on Ravelry.
So, actually, this wasn't December.
Oh.
The beginning of... Or the first quarter of last year, I started a thread that said, giveaway, what do you want to hear about? And so I said for every 10 that post, I'm going to be giving away a pattern. So I have somebody from the first 10, and I'm sorry I didn't do this sooner. And it was Palm Kopu. I'm sorry. PALMIKKOPUU has won.
It was post number 4.
It was post number 4. So you win a free pattern. So let me know which pattern you want, and I'll send it to you by the end of next month. Oh, and there was in the first episode we drew some I talked about some prizes for some of my patterns. Only one out of the 4 people contacted me, so there's 3 more prizes out there, and you have to go back to episode 1 to figure out if you won.
Yeah, this is episode 2.
This is episode 3. So it was episode 1 we had. I drew I posted for 4 people.
Episode 3.
So they still. Episode 1 you have to the end of this month. And then the one that I just talked about for what do you want to hear about? That one you have to the end of March.
March?
Yeah. So send me a PM by the end of March. Do you want to do this one now, or do you want to later?
No, we can do that one now.
Okay.
That'd be fine.
So I also we did a giveaway for 3 of these skeins.
On YouTube.
Yes. Wait.
It was a YouTube comments, right? Because you got the printout?
Okay, this one was for a combination between YouTube and Ravelry. And so I drew the number 6, and that was for Rena, who is also a tester for me, for Babushka.
Rena Gale.
Yes, Rena Gale. So, wait. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. But on YouTube. So I numbered all of the entries, and then we picked a number. So send me your address and let me know. And you get 3 of these skeins. This is Knit Cole, and it was yarn from,
Looks like from the UK. 50-gram balls, 3 of them.
yeah, from
Oh.
Italy, I think.
And then we're going to throw in one of these also.
Yep.
A soak. So if you have anything that needs a bath, you're going to get some soap.
Yay! So send me a PM and I'll get that out to you.
Terrific.
And you'll head to the end of March to.
The end of March for?
Yeah.
Okay, so 331 there too.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
And then let's see.
We have a welcome. Somebody posted in. We have a lot of new folks that have come into our group. Welcome everybody.
Yes.
If you want to shout out, just go ahead. We have a thread in there, and I forget what the name of
Say
the
hello.
thread is. Say hello or something along that line. And so Dragon Mom. Hi Dragon Mom. So it's Dalby from South Dakota.
Yes. Hello. Thank you
hi.
for joining.
Thank you so much for joining. I'm glad you're here. So what kind of escapees do you have?
I only have one. And I have a good reason why. But I made another granny, what is this, granny square blanket?
Mm-hmm.
So this is again the Michael's acrylic or Joann's acrylic.
Yeah.
This is those balls that are gradients that go from different colors. Of course, this is not as soft as that baby yarn.
No, this is not as soft, but it's still squishy.
But I'm figuring this might be a nice pillow cover if I just do a regular backing on it or just get some other acrylic yarn. So this would be it for me. As far as I did crochet a lot of dish rags.
Mm-hmm.
I call them dish rags, dishcloths. I just got back from a cruise yesterday. My daughter got her bachelor's degree, and that was her graduation present. So we have been gone
Congrats,
for
Renee.
6 days. 6 days in warm 82-degree weather, and I didn't take anything except airplane knitting, which was just balls of the cotton with a crochet hook, because I wasn't knitting or crocheting by the pool. I was just soaking in all the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Or we were swimming, and I tried snorkeling, and
ooh,
I can't do the snorkeling.
Really?
Nope. I had 1 hour free snorkeling, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't get the concept of breathing out of my mouth and not my nose.
Okay.
So I gave that up and just went back to the pool and jumped in the pool, and it was so nice just being in your bathing suit and flip-flops.
Mm-hmm.
Like every day, like all day. It was so nice. And then you come back here and it's like you're freezing, you need a winter coat, and I got to put gloves on to drive, and it's kind of a bummer, but we did have a nice trip. So the knitting is very, well, the crocheting too is very thin for me, except, do you have any escapees?
No.
But for getting your knitting on, we do have, Debbie started a thread in the Ravelry group. We're going to do just an informal knit along with the Veggie Wrap, which everybody's got mini skeins and everybody's got little balls of leftover yarn. And this thing is just like super cute, and I'm going to make mine into a cowl. I'm going to attach it together, not necessarily wear it as a scarf, but we all have the mini skeins, and Debbie's doing hers in a solid, which is a really good idea.
I just can't do everything normal, whatever, that's just me.
That's okay, though.
I'm okay with it. So
that's your start.
Yeah, this is my start, and I'm going to do it. It's going to be a little bit of a wider than, yeah. So what I'm using Mad Tosh hand-dyed knits. This is Nassau Blue. And
oh my God, it's beautiful.
I have 2 skeins, so I have.
It's a single?
Yeah, it's a single merino, 210 yards, so it'll be 420 yards. And I'll just burn it out.
You just run it out?
Yep.
That is pretty.
And the pattern does not call for
big
stitch
circles
markers. However,
but you got some in?
I put stitch markers in there just because it helps me keep my thoughts like together a little bit.
Really?
So I added them just because I thought it would help.
I got mine. See, I was originally going to take this on the plane and then I got stuck. So I did not, because I thought this would be such a cool talking point on the plane. I won this from their podcast. And with the little sheep on there. And all my little minis are in here. And all scraps of yarn.
Okay,
that I showed you.
See if you can. If we can.
All of
Isn't that just adorable?
They're
Oh my
just little
gosh.
balls. But this didn't get on the airplane because I got stuck. So I'm like, all right, I'm not just going to take it and lug it around with me down to Fort Lauderdale. So I'm wait for Debbie because she's my interpreter. But this is as far as I got. And of course, Debbie's not that far either. So if you feel like joining in, I think the pattern is only like $3.66.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So it is a paid for pattern on Ravelry.
It's by Shara Maid. And it's the Vega Wrap, VEGA. If anybody wants to knit along with us, just informally. But I'm hoping to get through all of these little 10-gram balls just randomly. And of course, I'm going to need Debbie's assistance after the podcast. And this is going to be the bag that they're being carried around in, because as I go around the house and you find a ball here or there, you can just throw it in there. And I'm using all fingering. You using fingering? Is that fingering?
No.
Okay.
No, it's
a single
worsted maybe. It's a single, but it's like worsted.
That is so super squishy too.
Yeah, it's so nice. So this is the bag I'm using.
There you go. That's pretty. The red one.
Yeah. So it's a Thank God for Bags. One of Sheila's cool bags.
Oh, there you go. So I'm doing it in all little whatever colors I got. And Debbie's going to do it in a solid. So we'd be curious to see if you join in what colors you would use or what yarn you would use.
Yep.
Because that would just be spectacular. As far as getting your knitting on, let's see. I really don't have a lot of knitting content with me today.
Okay, so getting your knitting on is the stuff that you're thinking about starting or just starting. So I ended up buying 2 of Drea Renee Knits. And this is the Oxbow cardigan.
She's a fellow Michigander.
She is.
She's a little further up than us.
Yeah, I think she was by Lansing, I think.
Could be.
Not sure. And then this one is Rose.
So you bought 2 sweaters from her?
Yes.
Interesting.
So I have no idea when...
Oxbow
cardigan. I don't know.
That looks very like patterned, like the whole thing.
It's like a 4-stitch repeat, and then this one. So
this is the whole. Oh my God! It's that many pages?
Yeah.
Seriously, Rose is like what, 50 pages?
30. So what Rose did is she has some charts in there, and she did different charts for every size. So it's a little bit bigger than what I needed. But
a lot of printing.
Yeah. So
it's a lot of printing.
I just hit print. I don't really
see how many pages
at it, and then it's like, why? Anyway, so those are the ones that I'm thinking about.
And Debbie's got a test knit going on too for the babushka.
I do. Right now it's full.
Lord knows I need this. I got to dig it back out. I put it away when I left.
Oh.
Because I didn't need it. But you don't need it when it's 83-degree weather.
Well, hopefully you put it on top.
If you've never been on a cruise, you need to go. They treat you like royalty. They wait on you hand and foot.
Never been on a cruise. It's very sad. So this I'm using hand-spun yarn.
That's pretty. I like the green.
I have a what I did for this long time ago is I had I took the skeins and I dyed it or I wound it in a ball, sort of like this, and I dyed it.
This one and you got that one,
and then I have the lighter one. So what I did is I dyed it this color or the green, and then I wound it the other way and dyed it brown. And so it's like there's a marbling effect. And then what I applied it with white, medium brown and dark brown. I have no idea what I was thinking. Okay, this was one of the first projects I think that I
Is this
dyed.
wool or
It's all
merino?
wool. I can't remember what wool it was from.
Wow. I like the colors. It's
Actually,
such a variation.
I can't wait to see how it's going to turn out. But I mean, the way that it variegated in the yarn, I'm really liking how I'm really just liking how it came out.
Yeah, I know. I
So,
like it. I love mine.
Yeah.
It tucks right in.
Yeah,
Nice,
so
nice.
that's what I have going, and I'm doing a third. Now that I have my pattern together for the babushka, I'm doing a third
My
one.
mom wants one. So
Yeah.
now that I'm back, I gotta find some hand spun that she would like. I finished up that cowl and I gave it to her, and she just loves it. She wears it as a headband. Like you don't see any of her hair because it's so big and her head's.
Aww.
She loves that thing.
Aww.
She just loved it. So I'm glad she liked it. And
Oh, so I have one other thing that I'm working on, and this pattern's nowhere near being ready, and I'm sorry. But this one, and I don't have a name for it yet. So you can see it's
lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I love the colors. It's like stormy.
Thank you.
Stormy colors.
Yeah, so I still have to finish it.
Oh,
it's okay.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll put it right back on. All good.
Oh my goodness, I hate when that happens.
Yeah, it's worsted. It's not lace, and it's not a lace pattern. It's just simple.
So it goes right back on.
Right back on.
I have nothing for hanging. Do you have any spinning?
Yes.
No way.
Well,
I'm hoping to have some more spinning
okay,
done. I haven't
now
done
what-
anything with the fin yet.
What I'm not happy about is I did lose the stitch marker.
You did? Well, we gotta find it.
So we will look for it later.
Otherwise, the cat will get it. We can have that.
Okay. So what I did a few weeks ago, the first snow that we had that was significant, I took some stuff and I did some snow dyeing.
Oh.
So
let's see. Ooh.
So this,
Targi.
Yep.
You dyed 1 pound?
Yep, this is a pound. So when I say what you said,
So regular here, like the peach.
Yeah.
And the orange. The light blue. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty.
Thank you.
How'd you get the blue in there? Or did you meant to do the blue? Or is it just a runoff?
Actually, gray.
Wow, and then you got pink in there too?
Yeah. I did like fluorescent pink, fluorescent orange, and gray.
Wow.
It's amazing. Sometimes you'll do stuff and you're like, how in the world did that color get in there? Like this one, there was no green in this one. I did not use green. That's all you see. Green. Seriously, it's really green. There's like this amazing little burst of oh wait, I did use orchid. So the orchid comes out in there and it's just really, really pretty. There's a little bit of it.
How long did this take to dry?
I don't even remember.
A while?
Okay, so what you do is you put it in a pan.
Yep.
I soaked it outside because you don't want to shock it. Okay. So I soaked it in the acid dye, but outside. So I took the bucket and put it outside, and then it
Look at the orange. It's pretty.
It's so pretty. And so when I actually brought it in, there was ice on the top of the water.
Was there?
Yeah. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. And then I took it out and I laid it in pans, and then I brought the snow in and I put the snow over it, and then I put the dye on top of it. And then you had to wait for it to melt. It took forever for it to melt. It really did.
Because it was cold
forever.
Was it cold? Because it was cold?
That area of my house is cold, so I don't know. So,
that's really nice.
Thank you. And so this one, I think, felt it a little bit.
This one here?
A little bit. So that one is Exmoor Blueface Luster Top.
Yeah, but you got purples in here and blues and greens.
I used a yellow.
Really can't see.
Okay, wait. It was a ecru, the orchid, deep orchid, and then cornflower. So the ecru and the cornflower would have mixed, and that's how you get the, yellow and blue
Wow,
make
that's pretty.
green.
So you were a busy bee.
Yeah, and then after it melted, I put it in a plastic bag and I threw it in my microwave. I have a separate microwave just for dyeing. I do not use my own
Who said you
food.
do?
Nobody.
Okay.
But just so you guys know.
I would know that you would
yeah.
know.
I know, but somebody might not know.
Oh,
okay,
do not
so
use it for food.
This one is Perendale.
Perendale.
Yeah, that's a type of wool.
Interesting.
That one, I used like 3 different colors of blue.
Yeah.
And you can't see it.
No, you see just a little bit of the.
So that means
yellow.
the yellow got from the other pan to this pan.
That is cool.
And then I did one skein of blue.
And the snow dyeing.
Snow dyed. And I know you're going to want to do this.
How nice.
And that's just really cool how it.
So you like the snow dyeing?
I really
as
do.
an alternative from heating up your house?
Well, what I like about it is it's snow.
Oh.
And then it's also.
You're weird.
I am. But then what happens is it's every time you get something different. It's a new adventure with every dyeing, But I really struggled with this one trying to get it to set.
Yeah.
So, like this skein right here, I put it in the microwave longer than you're supposed to. It should have set. And then I'm hanging it up to dry, and then I'm like, my fingers are blue. I mean, I had already soaked it in Synthropol. The Synthropol pulls out any extra dyes. It pulls it out. It should have been good to go. And I'm like, oh no, something's not right with that. So what I did is I took it down and I soaked it in some Power Scour, but with hot water. I could not believe how much was just pulling out of it.
Really?
It was crazy. So I took it and I started a whole new bath of this one is superwash. So I threw it in some boiling water. You're not supposed to put it in boiling water. It's supposed to be just under. I was just really mad that it was bleeding that much. So I
punishment. You're going in the hot water.
Yeah. So I did one of those. and then after I took it out and I put it in the stuff again, and then it was like clear. But I ended up putting like 2 of those back in the hot water just to try and set them, because you don't want just random dye everywhere. So that was a little bit frustrating. I don't quite have all of that figured out how to solve that though.
That does look pretty.
Thank you.
You would do good in like Quebec. I hear they have a lot of snow up there.
Oh, I would get that like completely. I would get that technique down. Yeah, that would be like snow dye from Quebec.
Oh my goodness. It is much prettier to dye them first and then spin the color instead of spinning all white.
Okay, it gets boring.
Yeah, white, yeah.
Yeah. So I have to get my flyer off to somebody to get the flyer fixed before I can spin. There's no spinning for Debbie until the flyer gets fixed.
Soon, I hope. Soon.
With how my life is, it's just not. I'm like urgent. Only stuff that are urgent, and half the urgent stuff isn't getting done. So I'm like, yeah, well, maybe.
Do you know that Chelsea's coming? Is Chelsea next weekend, the 16th? In Chelsea, Michigan, they have a Spinner's Flock sale. Where people who have farms bring in their sheared fleeces, they bring in roving, they bring in yarn, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure if it's next week. Well, it's not.
So it's the 16th. because I
Okay.
wrote it down while I was at the airport.
Okay.
You know how like we went through that TSA pre-check, so we went by really quick, didn't have to take our shoes off, and then we had like an hour and 15 minutes to sit in the chairs because we didn't have to go through the regular line because my daughter has the she paid extra to go through the fast lines.
Okay.
So since I was flying with her, I could whiz through with her, and yeah, so I had a lot of time at the airport playing on my phone before you get on the airplane.
Okay.
And then I watched 2 movies. Crazy Rich Asians. I didn't think it was that good. And then I watched the Whitney Houston story about her life.
Oh.
And then I caught a little bit of Bohemian Rhapsody regarding Queen, the band. But I seen that at the show. That was a really good movie. But yeah, it was nice. And Delta, there's nice screen. You plug in your earbuds.
Cool.
Yep, it was nice. You didn't have to sit around and look around, and yeah, it was really nice. All right, so we're spinning. No spinning for me, of course. Can't really spin when you're in Mexico.
That's
On a cruise
that's not
ship.
a travel, or well, for most, it's not like a travel
No, it was
thing
hot,
for most.
so no. Mm-mm. Nope. So the next thing would be, let's see. Do you have any shop news?
So I have the Babushka. We're doing testnet. I'm hoping to get that finished and published. I just want it published. So I'm not going to rush it, but I just want it published.
Okay.
Just it's beginning of the year. I need to start it off right and get something published.
Yep.
So, but no, I'm not going to stress anybody out about
Oh,
getting
for
it
the
done or anything
Babushka?
like that. Yeah, but you'll have yours done by tomorrow, I'm sure.
And then when I came home and I seen that, I'm like, put the fat face in front of the nice face that's in the back.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, no, I want you in front because you're pretty. And then the way that your hair was, it was looking a lot nicer than mine.
That was funny. I seen that. I'm like, what?
I was thinking just having like 2 babushkas and then, like both of our faces or whatever. And so I was like, I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, I appreciate I'm on a pattern now.
There you go. I'd let you just be on it if you wanted. They always want to, like, you're the brand, be the brand. And I'm like,
yeah, be the brand.
I don't want to be the brand.
Be the brand. Everybody's their own brand. You can be your brand.
I guess you gotta, but
I
don't know. I'd rather take pictures of my nieces and.
Oh yeah, she is in that one picture. You're not in there, Flaming Embers.
Oh, I have Flaming Embers. I think that was the one where I had my niece's friend pose for me. So, but yeah, it just I don't know. I see other people that they just take their own pictures with themselves, and I'm like, well, I'm fat.
No.
Yeah.
But if anybody's going to Chelsea, comment below.
Yes.
Because I'm really thinking about going. I gotta count my nickels and see what I got left. But I really, really, really want to go. Last time we went, did we have a carload? Another carload? Oh my God, I know I bought a couple fleeces too. That reminds me, I gotta call Stonehenge, like you said, about my stuff.
Yeah, I hope everything's going okay with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
okay.
I don't know.
For shop news for me, I just got back, so the Etsy shop's back open. And I marked down a lot of bags, 20 to 50% off.
Whoa.
Because I just want to get rid of them. Nothing's wrong with them. Like the patterns that I've had for a while, like these little ones like these. They're starting anywhere from $13 a bag. Because I just want to get rid of them and make room for other ones. So take a look. The Zodiac bags I don't have any markdown on them. But just the random fabrics. Woo, you're right.
Sorry.
Just the random fabrics.
You see, I knew I needed this.
20 to 50% off.
But I didn't spill a lot. It was just a little bit.
That's okay. That's okay. Let's see. Oh, and I did get a new book at the airport before we go into Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. Let's see here. This is the book. A Better Way to Think. And it is by H. Norman Wright. How Positive Thoughts Can Change Your Life. I'm only like into chapter 2, I believe. But there is a lot of like that makes sense paragraphs that are in here. So as I go along, I might highlight a few, and then if you guys don't mind, share them at the end. I think the book was like $6. Change your life one thought at a time. It says we all talk to ourselves, and this self-talk can determine whether we feel happy and successful about the state of our lives. So as I go on, I'll see about if we want to incorporate this in and buzz it over Debbie, or Debbie can read it too, if you got time.
I'm
Between
reading
school.
I'm reading The Pedagogy of the Oppressed.
Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, I even got a gum wrapper in here. Look at that.
It's actually kind of a cool book. I'm trying to get through the intro. It's kind of thick. So it's a college type book, but it was originally in a different language and then translated.
Hold on. We got February prize just before we finish up. So February prize. Remember, Debbie showed this last podcast. It is a skein of Fezza baby hand dyed, and it is 50 viscose and 50 cotton, 240 yards. This is for February. Gonna throw in a little soak, and we're gonna ask you to post on YouTube. Oh, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe.
It really does help
yes.
us if you subscribe. It puts our ratings higher, and
this is going to be easy. You don't even have to knit or crochet anything to be entered into this. So you're going to post an episode 3, and I'm sure it's going to be episode 4 too. We'll just combine them together and put all your names in a little thing. But we were talking the other night were we talking on the phone? Yeah. Like what should we have the question be? And then Debbie thought of this one.
Actually, I started thinking of it, but you figured it out and made it a lot better than my idea. So it's like a joint.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But on YouTube, because that's where you watch us on YouTube, we want you to comment and let us know if you laughed last week. Tell us why.
Yes.
We want to know, because we like a good laugh too.
We do.
So this will be drawn in March, okay? So comment on the YouTube.
The first episode in March.
Yep. Not sure when that's going to be, but we will give that away in March, because I do have a sheet here going. Yes, we're going to stay on track. Right?
We are, and we're going to stay organized or get there.
We're going to try to stay organized.
Don't interrupt others or finish their sentences. It wasn't until a few years ago that I realized how often I interrupt others and or finish their sentences. Shortly thereafter, I also realized how destructive this habit was, not only to the respect and love I receive from others, but also for the tremendous amount of energy it takes to try to be in two heads at once. Think about it for a minute. When you hurry someone along, interrupt someone, or finish his or her sentence, you have to keep track not only of your thoughts, but of the person that you are interpreting as well. This tendency, which, by the way, is extremely common in business people, encourages both parties to speed up their speech and their thinking. This, in turn, makes both people nervous, irritable, and annoyed. It's downright exhausting. It's also the cause of many arguments, because if there's one thing almost everyone resents, it's someone who doesn't listen to what they're saying. And how can you really listen to what someone is saying when you are speaking for that person? Once you begin noticing yourself interrupting others, you'll see that this insidious tendency is nothing more than an innocent habit that has become invisible to you. This is good news, because it means that it means that all you really have to do is begin to catch yourself when you forget. Remind yourself before conversation begins, if possible, to be patient and wait. Tell yourself to allow the person to finish speaking before you take your turn. You'll notice right away how much the interactions with people in your life will improve as a direct result of this simple act. The people you communicate with will feel much more relaxed around you when they feel heard and listened to. You'll also know how much more relaxed you'll feel when you stop interrupting others. Your heart and pulse rates will slow down. You'll begin to enjoy your conversations rather than rush through them. This is an easy way to become a more relaxed, loving person. Okay, seriously, if I'm in a conversation and I keep getting interrupted, I just stop talking. It's a pet peeve. I hate it.
Mm. apparently your phone hurt you. And
My
decided to.
phone interrupted me.
I'm with you.
If somebody is always talking over me, why they just want to talk, that it doesn't have anything to me, it's all about them. And I'm like, yeah, I'm then
silly.
I lose interest in talking to that person, so I try to make sure that I stop doing that. I'm not perfect at that. I'm not.
No,
but I'm trying to get better. It doesn't always work, but yeah, that's definitely a pet peeve.
Yep. Don't like it either.
I mean, if you really think about that, though, if you like the person, you want to hear what they say. So interrupting them is like a disrespect. But okay, I'm gonna stop rambling.
Some people can't help themselves.
Yeah. So
all you winners, make sure you contact Debbie through Ravelry.
Yes.
And get your prizes. And the people who were at episode 1 that won, we're at episode 3, so you need to get a hold of her.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will see you in 2 weeks. So happy knitting. And if you want to get on the Veggie Wrap, go on Ravelry and join us. I'll try to post some pictures too. I'll dump out my little bag of all my little minis.
Oh, and let us know if you like. We're using a different computer. Let us know if you like it.
Yeah, any difference. It looks fuzzy to me, but sometimes when it looks something to us, it plays really nice.
Yeah, so we'll watch it on different computers and stuff like that.
I got old eyes. Let's see if it looks better this way.
No. When we played it back, it looked okay. So we were like, yeah, let's go for it. Okay, so what happened is I brought everything and I forgot my computer.
I shouldn't laugh, but it's funny. She sits down, she's like, I didn't bring my computer.
We got down to the basement. I'm like, oh no! And I'm like, she's like, what? I'm like, whatever. Anyways,
we'll try this one out and see how it works. That way, in this cold weather, you really don't have to take, in the extreme weather.
I take it out for school anyway, so it's like on the go type computer.
Alrighty.
Okay. Well, you guys have a wonderful week. 2 weeks.
Alrighty. See you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Bye.